Good morning and welcome to CNC in the AEC. I'm Crystal Pierce with FFKR Architects.
I'm Cassie Wells with Modern Business Development, and
We are very excited today because we have an extra special guest with us. We have Abe Assad, and he is the VP of Sales here at CCS Presentation Systems.
yay, welcome, Abe. Thanks for
Yay!
joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm tremendously excited to be here.
So, Abe has been very instrumental in both of our careers.
He has, because Abe actually gave Cassie and I our first corporate opportunity.
Yeah.
So he hired both of us.
Both of us.
So can you kind of explain what you were thinking?
Let's take it back to 2012 for
I guess if
me.
you have someone to blame for these two, it's me.
Yes,
So,
Yes, it actually
you
is.
did this.
it's interesting. There are good stories about both of them, both of my hires. Cassie first. I decided I wanted to have a young, aggressive salesperson. Didn't have any sales experience. That was not the criteria. So I went to an ASU job fair. Total waste of my time. Whole bunch of people were there. I didn't have anything to really give out. I just had a table with nothing. Stood with my arms folded, sending off those signals that said, "Don't come talk to me."
Still
And
does that.
thank you.
I can still see it clearly.
Yes.
Yes.
People were walking up and then quickly walking away after they found that it wasn't a marketing job or whatever, it was a sales position. All of a sudden, this young lady comes walking up to me and says, "Hi, my name's Cassie," puts out her hand to shake my hand. I reluctantly shake her hand. And she said, "I'm interested in your company." My question was, why? I wasn't smiling at the time. Why? And Cassie said, "Well, my mom told me," she's a teacher down in Tucson, "to come look up CCS Presentation Systems." Okay, why? And she said, "Because I want to be a salesperson. I want to have a job in sales. So I'm here to talk to you about that." And I go, "Wait a minute. Why would you want a job in sales? You wake up every day with a quota hanging over your head. You've got all these things you have to, why would you want that? It's ridiculous." Now, obviously, being a lifetime salesperson, I didn't feel that way, but I wanted to see what she said. She said, "Well, I feel like I can have two things. One, financial independence and freedom. And number two, the ability to do pretty much what I want and run my own business." I said, "Okay, those are two legitimate reasons. You just earned yourself an interview." And from there, she came in and interviewed, did a wonderful job, and we hired her. Fantastic hire. Crystal was referred to me by one of our salespeople. She was a teacher at the time. We met at a coffee shop, and we came in, we ordered our coffee, we sat down. She introduced herself, said, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds worth of something. I don't remember what it was.
Didn't
I'm
even
like,
matter.
Yes.
I'm like, "Dude, you're in." And she's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "We don't have to talk about it. You don't have to pretend this is an interview anymore." Because you can get a feeling from somebody in 15 to 20 seconds of meeting them, whether they're going to be a good fit or not.
Some
And
people can.
some people can.
Yeah.
But
I
I
think
think
you
you
have
can.
that. You have
And
that gift.
I got that feeling from Crystal. Both of them were great hires and enhanced my business tremendously. So
Thank you, Abe.
you're welcome.
And
Okay.
both of us are very thankful.
Very, very grateful.
Thankful. Changed my life.
And honestly,
Definitely.
I mean, next to myself currently, my favorite boss. And now I'm my own boss.
Exactly.
Thank
Yes.
But I don't think I'll ever have a boss quite like you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And why do you
he's-
think that? Why do you think that is? What is it that makes me unique?
Definitely
I
no
think
nonsense,
no
which
nonsense.
I love.
Okay.
Yeah. There would be times I'd go in there with a story and you're like, can we hurry it up?
Okay.
That I like. But I also really like that you trusted us until that trust was broken with some people. But with me, I mean, you just always trusted me. You always had my back. If I came to you with a situation, you would balance holding me accountable and having my back. And that I
Good.
think is rare.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, there's a two-edged sword with hiring people that, you feel that you can trust. And that is, you're going to put your trust in them. And if they break that trust, then
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Which I don't think I did. So
None of the people,
No.
none of the people I hire have done that. So I've been happy about that.
yeah,
It's great.
good.
And that's kind of what we want to talk with you about today.
Okay.
Like deciding if a person, an opportunity, a project is a good fit or not.
Okay.
You've always been a really good judge of whether or not something is worth the time, worth the trouble. So talk to us a little bit about your sales experience.
Sure. Well, all of us in business would like to think that our company is wonderful for everyone. We'd like to think that,
Natural, very natural.
but it's not true. Your company may be wonderful for a lot of people, like my company is, but it's not right for everyone. So one of the fundamental things that I try to teach account representatives is taking when you first meet somebody, don't waste a lot of time. Ascertain whether your company is a good fit for them or not. And the best way to do that is really to find out if it's not a good fit for them. If you try to figure out whether it is, you're going to kind of put your own spin on it. You're going to massage the conversation the way you want it to go. The best thing is to figure out that you're not a good fit. So go for that. And it could be leading questions. I have a lot of things to offer because I am a large company, but that might not be a good thing for you. A large company. You may be more of a mom and pop kind of guy
Yeah.
or gal. That's fine. And let them kind of tell you that no, that's not stuff I'm interested in. I'm interested in companies that are this, that, this, and that. And by doing that, you're able to figure out whether they're a good fit or not.
Okay.
So
I like that.
I do too.
And you use this philosophy and this technique with how many customers in the past? Because you've been doing this. How long have you been in sales?
it's a good
I
question.
know you've been here, what, 20?
Well, should I give a little history? You think is that
Yeah.
all right? Well,
Just a little
okay. So
dip.
Yeah.
when I finished college, I was a history major, and I realized that my options in history were limited. And there's
Okay.
only thing you can do. You can teach and write, and that's kind of it. I loved history, but I realized that financially it was limited. So I interviewed with some different folks, and one of the guys I interviewed with was in the sales game, technical sales. And this will date me a little bit, but it was the IBM PC,
Hmm.
the IBM 5150, if you're familiar with that, the Apple II computer,
Wow.
floppy disk drives, and all that kind
Wow.
of crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what
Bringing it
back
back
in
to the floppy
1980.
Uh-huh.
disk.
Yeah. So I started selling that, and that launched me in a career of high tech sales.
Okay.
So I've been doing that now for started when I was 21, so 55 years.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
that's not right.
That's not, you are
45,
not,
45 years. Yeah. See, I need a. I'm,
you're,
my
you're not
my
that
math sucks,
old.
but
All right.
I'm a high tech kind of guy.
Okay.
45 years. Sorry about that. But it's a long time, no matter how you cut it.
How long have
And
you been with CCS?
I've been with CCS for starting my 22nd year.
Oh, wow.
That's,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's
That's a long
amazing.
time with
A
the
long time,
company.
and I'll retire.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly what form that's going to take, but I will be retiring here. I'm not gonna do anything, after I'm done here, other than just play guitar and I don't know,
You do have a lot of
Yeah.
hobbies.
grow my hair long. No, I'm not going to grow my
Yeah,
hair.
you are.
Mm.
No, I
Do
like
it. I
having
dare you.
no, I like having short hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do. So not going to grow my hair long. Not going to do anything crazy like a hermit, but I'll kind of hang around and play guitar because I like doing that
Don't
and
you
golf.
miss him?
Yes. I know.
I miss him. Hearing the,
You
We
what
would
now?
just
We
walk
miss you.
by his office, and sometimes during
Well, I
his
don't
lunch
play
break,
here.
He'd be playing.
he
Yeah.
would be playing guitar.
Yeah, I don't play here.
Yeah.
It's too open and
Yeah.
there's too many
It's a
things.
little more intimate in the
Yeah,
old
too much
space.
Yeah.
activity here at this
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
office. So
That's nice.
the new place is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Can
So
I answer your question about the fit or not, though, if it's a good fit or not?
you
Would
did.
you want to you talk about that a little more or no?
So I want to ask questions. If you could
Hmm.
provide an example, what happens when you don't lead with that philosophy? What are some of the dangers you could dip into in the sales process?
Well, there's two kind of major pitfalls. Pitfall number one is you waste a whole lot of time, and eventually a light bulb goes off in the client or your head after you've wasted a whole bunch of time that you're not a good fit, so it doesn't go any further. But you've already invested a whole bunch of time into the relationship, and you'll never get that back, and that's wasted. That's one bad pitfall.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pitfall number two is you actually start working with the customer, and then into it you realize that you're not what the customer wants, and they're extremely disappointed, and you can never get that
Right.
back. They talk
And
about
that seems
Yeah.
worse. That seems worse than
Mhm.
telling someone up front, I don't think we're a good fit.
I
Because then you
it,
hurt their feelings
both
after
of
about
those
10
scenarios
minutes.
are worse than
Yeah.
not telling the customer up
Up front.
front what you are. Because here's the thing, you're not going to change who you are. Well, you can pretend you're something that you're not.
Yeah, but the truth always comes out.
And that only goes so far,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think that when you are transparent, but the problem with it is transparency only works if the client is honest with you, and sometimes they're not, because we're taught as clients, don't always show all your cards. So
Yeah.
it's really important for a good account representative to ask the questions and to lead the conversation down a path that identifies whether it's a good fit or not.
hmm And I know in my experience, and you trained me, and so I know a lot of that. My struggles initially when I was a young rep was asking about budget, right? I would ask about budget and they're like, "Oh no, we don't have a budget." I'm like, "Okay, great, thanks. Okay, bye. Ask my question. Check." Well, that would certainly get me into trouble later down during the sales process. So that was something where you're like, probably do have a budget. Maybe you should dive in a little bit more into that. And that was something that helped me tremendously during that process,
Good.
the go, no go process, if you
Good.
will.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah. I think we should ask him a question about a fun fact. What do you think?
I definitely think that.
A question about what?
So, well,
Surprise.
yes. We would like you to tell us something that maybe other people might not know about you. So, a fun fact, or maybe something that you might not know how to do that maybe normal people know how to do.
Like riding a bike.
Maybe. Or like whistling.
I know how to
feel
whistle. I know how to ride a bike.
Jack.
Oh, you know how to ride a
Jake
bike.
is laughing
Do
at
you know
me
how to
again.
whistle?
I know how to whistle.
Okay.
Show off.
But I don't. But there's things I
But
don't.
what are some interesting facts about yourself? I mean, we know that you can play the guitar.
And most people know that.
Yes.
That know me.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking for something else.
Okay, so a couple of things. Number one, when I was a young guy, I was big into karate.
I didn't know. I have
Yeah.
known you 11 years. I did not know
wax on,
that.
wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
So what? They have belt levels.
I actually
yes.
taught. There was a place in Phoenix on 16th Street called the Phoenix House of Karate. I was actually a teacher.
Oh my
As a young guy, I was like
A
18 or 19 years old.
Sensei?
I
Is
taught
that a
karate.
sensei? Is that
What?
is that the term? Sensei?
Sensei was the guy who ran the.
So you were like
okay.
I was not.
Mr.
I was not.
Miyagi?
People called me a sensei, but I really kind of wasn't, because I
Okay.
was just a punk kid.
Oh.
But I did teach.
Okay.
I did teach karate.
I want to
So I did
call
that.
him Sense Abe from now on.
Oh,
Sense
yes.
Abe.
I like
Can I
I
do that?
really like that.
I'm going to give you a couple of others. I
Okay.
also used to fence
What?
French foils. Yeah.
You used to fence.
This is blowing
This
my
is- I
mind.
know.
I was attracted to
Something
fringe
that you
sports.
did that was unique, and I did not know that. I did know karate. I did know fencing.
Right.
You like
I'm waiting for him to
French
say what I thought.
things.
He speaks French.
Well,
Yes.
I speak a little bit of French.
I
But
knew
so I
that.
took was my minor in college. But I liked sports that were fringe kind of sports that were not mainstream. That attracted me.
Okay.
Maybe because there wasn't as many good people that did it, so you could stand out. I don't know.
The one I'm thinking of was polo.
Well, I played polo cross,
Polo cross. Talk to
which
me
is
about that.
it's an Australian game similar to polo. It's like lacrosse on horseback.
What?
This is blowing my mind. I mean, that I knew. I knew polo. I didn't know what polo
No, so it's
cross
really
was.
big in Australia, New Zealand, South
Uh-huh.
Africa,
Okay.
Zimbabwe.
Who is
Wow.
this?
I don't know.
I don't know who this is.
What?
You.
Why?
Because I'm learning so many things about you. I worked
Yes.
for you for 10.5 years. Didn't know that.
Yeah, I dabbled in the polo thing, but the thing I did the most was polo cross.
Polo cross,
Polo cross.
karate, taught karate.
Yeah, I was a teacher at the Phoenix.
What's
House
your
of Karate.
belt? Do you have to be a black belt to
No,
teach?
no. I think the highest level I achieved was a green belt, which is one step below a brown belt. It depends. Different styles have different colors. Some styles have a lot of colors. You can get white, yellow, orange, green,
I am learning
Oh.
so
Blue.
much.
blue, purple.
Okay.
So the style I took had a lot of different colors of belts. You find this humorous.
Picture them all on his wall.
No, like up in the garage. No, I think that's huge. That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
I was studying to get my
That's
brown
cool.
belt, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
distracted. I also am a certified scuba diver.
Oh, okay. Wow.
For heaven's sake.
I did that when I was like 14, I think 14 or 15.
Certified.
Well, I don't know, forever, I
Is that
guess.
correct?
But I think the group that certified me doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. But
They were like off the beach,
yeah, so
little hut.
I just think they disbanded.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, so scuba diving, karate, fencing, not
Wow.
building fences, the sword fightings,
don't mind me. I'm
French
And
fort.
living
you
vicariously
are
through
an
Abe's past.
amazing salesman on top of all that.
Well, thank you.
And a
Manager.
wonderful boss.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I speak on behalf of Crystal and I. We really enjoyed working with you.
We did.
And that's why we keep showing up too. So we get to say hi to Abe.
And just thank you for giving me my first opportunity. I'm forever grateful.
Well, it was a pleasure for me as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't just one-sided.
well,
Yeah.
thanks.
I
We
benefited a
appreciate
lot
that.
out of it, and it helped,
Yeah.
bring the company to where we are today.
Well,
And
thank
Yeah.
you.
we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you two guys.
Thank you. That's so
We
sweet.
appreciate that so
Aw.
much.
Do you have any other
Yeah.
surprise questions?
I don't think I
Did I see what I
Do you
can't
have
do?
any? Oh, no, he
Do you
didn't say
have
what
any?
he can't do. He said his
Oh,
interests.
The
do you
states in
have
alphabetical
something?
order. I screwed up on that one.
Oh, I
You
did
can't
ask
do
you
that?
that
Oh,
when
yeah.
we
Yeah.
weren't
I
taking.
thought Alaska was the first one, and it's
No, it's
Alabama.
Alabama.
Rookie mistake.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
So I couldn't do that. What else
Couldn't
can't
name
I
the
do?
first. I couldn't
I can't
either.
speak a ton of languages. I mean,
He can only speak
Only,
a
yeah.
couple.
well,
Only
English, a little bit of
two.
French. My French is, kind of not as good as it used to be.
I mean,
'cause I don't use it.
honestly, if the three of us walked into a party, we have a little bit of Italian, a little bit of Spanish, and a little bit of French. I
And
mean,
Arabic.
We could just blend
Oh.
all those together.
I can
Yeah.
understand a little bit of Arabic because half of my family is Middle Eastern.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you so much, Abe. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for joining
pleasure.
us.
And you were our official first guest on our podcast.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks
Yeah.
for starting
It's
us
been
off on the right
awesome.
foot
Yeah.
in our
Anytime.
careers and our podcast.
Exactly.
Not a problem at all. My pleasure.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Ciao.
I was waiting for it.